Removing a Craftsman Lawnmower Deck. William Hovey Smith, 2024.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And today we're resuming work on scavenging parts from this Craftsman's lawnmower that I drug down from Atlanta for parts. And in particular, we're going to take off the mower deck. And this was the principal reason that I bought this mower. It had been used to mow a small urban yard and was in excellent shape. The lawnmower I'm rebuilding belonged to my late brother-in-law, and its deck was frankly worn out. And I scavenged parts from it, and I have a video about that one. Today, we're going to remove this mower deck and service it, see if it needs new blades and grease it, and get it ready to install on my other lawnmower. By happenstance, this has exactly the same mower deck that was on the mower that I'm rebuilding. And the attachment points are fairly obvious in the front. You have these pins, this one, and this one, and this adjusts the tension on the drive belt. I have it jacked up now so we can get at some of these front end parts a little easier and give me room to actually remove those pins. The best way to remove these pins here is to orient them in the right direction, like that. Then take a screwdriver there. And there we go. That detached the front end, but now that we've lowered it back on the ground, the rear end requires a little more finesse. And I'm going to put it down as close to the ground as it will go to give me the most room possible between it and the machine. Okay. On the mower I'm rebuilding, I have this attachment point here. So there's no need to remove it. But I do need to remove this key here, just like before. Okay. If it's not rust frozen, this should drive out. All right. So I need to remove another one of these here. Okay. And free this pin. All right. We jacked it up so I could better get at the parts that were still holding the mower deck up. And we made an interesting discovery. The wheels, which had been locked up ever since I got it, roll. But as I turn this one back, that one goes forward. Obviously it has something to do with the gearing, but it seems that the main gearbox, which is in the middle here, is apparently basically all right. There's no grating, there's no resistance. Well, just don't know. If you do, let me know. The points still connected are these members right here. Now with 2 jacks and a concrete block under it, I feel a bit more confident about working underneath it. My canine supervisor here seems to think it's okay too. We can now pull it out from underneath the mower, I would think. Now minus mower deck, we'll return our mower here to a position of rest. There we go.
To support this channel, buy my outdoor books, business books, novels, and recommend them to your local libraries. I talk about cooking in backyard deer hunting, also crossbow hunting, also extreme muzzleloading, and practical bow fishing, and all of these books contain recipes in the back. Now, one interesting thing about the e-book of practical bow fishing is there is a new chapter, Bow Fishing Across North America, concerning a trip I took from Charleston Harbor all the way to Grays Harbor, Washington State, and I bow fished every day. On the mower deck, we have it complete. Unlike the engine on this machine, which had some parts missing, this is intact. Although dirty, is it functional? That is not moving. That is not good. That one is. That one is, this pulley is, this pulley is, that one's stiff. We'll have to see about that. On the underside, well, it's been sitting in the weeds. The blades are rusted. That one will turn. It will turn. So, I think with a little lubrication that those will do better. Well, one of the blades came off easily, so I guess it's expecting too much that both of them would. Okay, now that we have a more effective block, this one's coming too. All right. Before this lawnmower breathed its last, so to speak,
someone had put a new set of blades on it. These blades, although they are rusted, yeah, they're in good shape. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them except they're rusted. So we ground some of the excess rust off of them, and we're just going to reinstall them and use them. Well, we've completed about everything I think I can do on the other side. The blades rotate freely, they're sharp, and they clear all the surfaces. So that one's caught up by the belt, so I'm not disturbed about that. All right, so I think we're good to look at the top side now. One thing I did discover was that this wheel was not set at exactly the same location as the one on the other side. So we switched it around and it is. And this is, I now know, an older model than the one I'm restoring. And it actually used better wheels than the subsequent one. They got cheaper through the years. We now have our lawnmower deck detached, serviced, and just freshly washed off a little bit. So next we'll be ready to actually install it on the lawnmower. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.